Good evening, wherever you are around the globe. A pleasant welcome to news. Today with me, Zach Sherman. The headline. The Liberian government dedicates first steel producing company in Liberia as President George Weah calls for more made Liberia products. Liberia and Guinea Defense Ministries signed proposed technical joint security agreement. Keep watching, more development yet to come. Thanks for joining us. This is News Today. Now the news in detail. Liberia's first steel production plant has finally been dedicated by President George Weah. The Seti Fabric Steel Factory was opened at a well-attended ceremony in Ghanaville Chicken Soup Factory. Speaking at the ceremony, President George Weah expressed happiness for the establishment of the factory. The Liberian leader also used the occasion to encourage Liberians to work in producing more materials in the country.
I'm honored to be here, and I'm happy and gratified to set it better on this milestone. I'm happy because for me as a president, I have a responsibility to make sure that I make the right decision for this country and for our people. And this is why we put in officer those that have the knowledge and have the experience. For fellow Liberians, I'm glad today in my time to see the first steel factory. All you know in this country, you want steel raw, you have to go buy it. They got to come in. Today, we have our own steel factory. This is the oldest country. We always heard that I'm going to buy steel in Ghana. I'm going to this country. All the countries went there because they produce steel. But no one says that I'm going to Liberia to buy steel. Ghana, I'm going to this country. All the countries went there because they produce steel. But no one says that I'm going to Liberia to buy steel. Today, we are proud. Now I can tell Ghanaians we are producing.
President George Weah also stressed the need for Liberians to mix different economic powers to help develop Liberia. He challenged the legislature to pass an instrument that will incorporate other nationals as citizens.
Why are we blaming the Fulas, the Indians, for our economic deficit? I see my friend Tola somewhere. I see a friend there that works with the Echo Bank. If you ask them, the banks are losing customers, they are losing money. Why? Simply because those that have the financial capability, they have one option. It's their nationality. They cannot adopt another nationality. So where you are comfortable is where you take your money. In Liberia, where all the money man cannot be a citizen, or Indian man cannot be a citizen, or other national cannot be a citizen, they come to you, they work, they're going to take the money to the country where they are citizens. When they get $10 billion in this country, if they are citizens in Ghana, they will take it to Ghana. Because they are confident that they have an ownership. And I can guarantee you, anyone that have an ownership, invest in that country. And this is what happening. In our country, when you propose these things that will give, and I can guarantee you, anyone that have an ownership, invest in that country. And this is what happening. In our country, when you propose these things that will give our economy a boost, everybody has a problem. Why are we afraid that other national will build their capacity in our country?
Also speaking at the dedicatory program, there's the chicken soup factory on Tuesday. Zeti Fabric Steel Plant Director Jay Kanijai said his institution will endeavor to produce adequate steel for exportation. He assured the Liberian government that the plant, which has 350 Liberian employees, has the potential to reach the number to at least 500 people.
We are extremely excited to be part of this Liberia's pro-poor agenda for prosperity and development under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. George Banewia. A few years ago, we started the production of plastic products in Liberia. Today, we are starting the production of steel rod in Liberia. Today, we are using scrap to produce the steel rod, as you will see shortly when we tour the factory. This project will need the support of everyone. There will be no need for anyone to export scrap, as we are prepared to buy all types of heavy and light metal scrap. But tomorrow we want to begin to use Liberian iron ore to produce various steel products. Our goal is to lead the way for value addition and local manufacturing in Liberia. We have started already. Your Excellency, we believe that by producing things locally, we can save on foreign currency leaving the country. We can provide more jobs to young Liberians. We can even export to other countries and begin to earn foreign currency. For any currency to truly develop and transform, it must engage in value addition and manufacturing, and we want to lead the way in Liberia. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, the plan is for this factory to run 24 hours a day and employ more than 500 Liberians.
The Ministry of Mines and Energy, in partnership with the National Identification Registry, will on Monday, July 29, begin the issuance of identification card to artisanal and small-scale miners. According to Mines and Energy Minister Jocelyn Murray, the process is geared toward establishing a comprehensive database of all actors in the mining sector. Minister Murray therefore wants all miners operating in the country to apply or comply with the process in order to enable the ministry to properly regulate this sector.
The Ministry of Mines and Energy will be working in partnership with the National Identification Registry to issue artisanal and small-scale mining identification cards, ASMID for short, to all miners and other actors involved in artisanal and small-scale mining ASM activities across the country, so as to establish a comprehensive database of all actors in the sector beginning Monday, July 29, 2019. We expect to complete this project by the end of October this year. Under this arrangement, we are requesting all miners and anyone who operates within our designated mining areas to make sure he or she is registered with the National Identification Registry and has obtained an ASMID card. The NRR will issue to each miner a national identification card and a special ID card for miners. We want all miners and people who conduct business in our designated mining areas to know that the ASM ID card will serve as the permit or authorization to enter. This means that anyone who does not carry the ASM ID card will not be allowed to work in these mining areas.
Meanwhile, the National Identification Registry Executive Director has assured the full implementation of the exercise. According to JT Nangwe, the program is a national call that needs all agencies and ministry operating to fully comply.
We have accepted a request from the Ministry of Mines and Energy to carry out biometric registration of all mining actors across the country over the next 3 months. This is a unique project that follows from similar activities we have done for the government of Liberia, where we were able to enroll over 65,000 civil servants into the national biometric system and provide unique identification for them that can be used to manage the national payroll. That project is going to have enormous benefits for the way we manage our national payroll. And so we are happy that the Ministry of Mines and Energy has decided to follow this process. We encourage other actors across the country, government institutions as well as private institutions, to use the resources of the National Identification Registry. We are positioned to ensure that people in your database are uniquely identified, but also we run perhaps the largest registration platform in Liberia that operates on a daily basis across the country.
The defense ministries of Liberia and Guinea have signed a proposed technical joint security agreement. This deal, Liberia Armed Forces Chief of Staff disclosed, is geared toward increasing terrorist and religious extremist movement in West Africa. According to Major General Prince Johnson, areas concerned on the agreement covers military and security, training and capacity building, border security, among others.
In consideration of increasing terrorist and religious extremist movements,
en considérant la montée du terrorisme et aussi l'islamisme dans la région,
in the region that is West Africa,
dans la région ouest africaine,
both ministers from both countries were instructed
les deux ministres du deux pays ont été instruits
to seek the opportunities of cooperation, in particular
à avoir
to seek opportunities of cooperation in particular
à
areas
chercher des occasions de coopération dans les lieux où
of military and security,
dans les lieux lieux militaires et sécuritaires,
training and capacity building,
formation et la de capacité, l'agrandissement de capacité,
sharing information and intelligence,
le partage des renseignements,
border security,
la sécurité frontalière,
handling the issue of illicit trafficking of small arms and light weapons,
en regardant le trafic du mouvement des armements légers.
This is just a subset of that communique between both presidents.
Ça, c'est juste une partie de cette communiqué.
Based on that, the Minister of Defense of the Republic of Liberia,
Basé sur ça, le ministre de la Défense nationale du Libéria
informed the Guinean authority that our first technical meeting should be held in Monrovia.
a informé l'autorité guinéenne que
We have started to discuss the formality of how we can have a joint operation between the two countries at our common borders.
Meanwhile, the Guinean head of delegation expressed continual commitment in strengthening both countries' ties. Marcos Bangura noted the agreement as a gateway to ensuring vibrancy in the sectors.
Le comité technique guinéen et libérien se sont retrouvés autour d'une même table.
The technical team of the both countries have seen themselves around one table.
Ceci marque une étape importante dans l'histoire de nos deux forces armées.
This marked a very important stage in the cooperation between the two countries, and also the partnership between the armed forces of Liberia and that of Guinea is very good. It's on a good path.
Les jalons que nous venons de poser ne sont qu'un commencement, mais ils permettent à nos deux armées de grandir davantage.
What we are doing here today and the proposal that we have made is just a beginning, but this will help the two armies to grow.
Le tout avec la vision éclairée de nos deux présidents. Je vais nommer le président George Weah du Libéria et le professeur Alpha Condé de la Guinée.
Especially with the clear vision of our two presidents, President George Weah and President Professor Alpha Condé of Guinea.
Au nom de la délégation que je préside,
In the name of the delegation that I'm heading,
je voudrais adresser mes sincères remerciements au peuple du Libéria,
I would like to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to Liberians,
et je vous prie, monsieur le chef d'état-major,
and I will ask you please
de transmettre tous nos remerciements au ministre de la Défense.
to extend our greeting and thanks to the minister,
Je prie, monsieur le chef d'état-major,
and I will ask you please
de transmettre tous nos remerciements au ministre de la Défense,
to extend our greeting and thanks to the Minister of National Defense
au président de la République,
and to the President of the Republic,
qui n'ont ménagé aucun effort pour que cette réunion se passe dans des conditions idéales.
who did everything so that this meeting will happen in a very good manner.
The Pinsville City Corporation, with support from the Chinese government on Monday, July 22, dedicated the newly renovated Pinsville City Park. Speaking at program marking the dedicatory ceremony, Pinsville City Mayor Pan Bashal Till thanked the Chinese government for its continual support to their operations. She at the same time called on residents of Pinsville to educate their children for the proper utilization of the newly renovated park.
As a leader, when you take on the role of leadership, and if your predecessor leaves a blueprint, you follow up and work on that blueprint. And that was what was done here at the Pinsville City Corporation. When I got into office and I was told about the park and the vision of Mayor Dixon, of course it was dear to my heart also because the children, like I keep on saying, they are our future. Your Excellency, when I met you, you and I share something in common. When I got appointed as mayor, you got appointed as ambassador to Liberia. So our predecessors are proud wherever they are today. I also would like to say to the residents of Pinsville, it was so disheartening that when the basketball court was completed, it was vandalized. This is not what we subscribe to here in the city of Pinsville, and I'll ask all the good citizens to just teach your children how to respect the rule of the land, how to be respectful of others. Because what we're trying to do here is to mold our future. And that was just so very disheartening. That is why we're asking for everyone to put their arms around us and let's see how we can have a wholesome, safe society for our children here in Pinsville.
Also speaking at the turnover ceremony, Chinese ambassador to Liberia, Wu Zhijian, said the Chinese government will continue to contribute to the growth and development of Liberia. According to him, their continued support is based on the relationship that exists between the two countries.
I'm delighted today to participate in the handover ceremony of the newly constructed basketball court, along with the fully equipped children's playground, which represents many good results of the friendship and the delivery and release. Today, this project has come to reality through a goodwill gesture of TSFO Investment Corporation and the China Dalian International Corporation Group. This is yet another case of the Chinese companies with the Liberian people. Madam Lord Mayor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, despite the challenges faced, several Chinese companies have continued to demonstrate their commitment to keep investing in the Liberian economy, which signifies the friendly relations and cooperation between China and Liberia.
And with that development, that's how we call down the curtains of this news today presentation. But before we go home, here once again, the headline. The Liberian government dedicates first steel producing company in Liberia as President George Weah calls for more made in Liberia products. Liberia and Guinea Defense Ministry signed proposed technical joint security agreement. I want to say thanks for your viewing pleasure. Until then, I am Zach Sherman. Good night.